Welcome back to Mid-East in Depth. Today we'll be considering how Yemen's war reflects a new regional era and how it's not just a conflict about Sunni versus Shiite. Jackie Huji asks in Al Monitor's Israel Pulse, should hostility be the Israelis' automatic reflex to the Ansar Allah militia? After all, Ansar Allah is a Shiite faction, which makes it a likely franchise of Iran. The writer points out, however, that the reality is rather different. Western intelligence reports point to the pivotal role played by Saudi Arabia in establishing Sunni militias in post-Saddam Hussein Iraq. Those same militias went on to massacre innocent civilians, often by blowing up car bombs in densely populated areas. He explains, Saudi Arabia had always taken a sophisticated approach. It operated by remote control and simultaneously began a successful public relations campaign. Nevertheless, it has been a key player in practically every bloody conflict in the region for the last decade. He highlights, rather than celebrating the Saudi attack on Yemen, Jerusalem should feel deep aversion toward it. Experience shows that destabilizing any Arab state only leads to more and more terrorism. He continues, the Saudi regime has apparently no problem collaborating with Israel in any international arena to limit Iranian actions. There have been several reports for years about surreptitious contacts between Jerusalem and Riyadh. He stresses Saudi Arabia benefits from excellent public relations in its campaign against Ansar Allah. The United States, its longtime friend and ally, sets the tone in our region. It supports the Saudis automatically and even provides it with intelligence about the militia fighters. He concludes by stating, the campaign is not a fight between good Saudis and bad Shiites. It is a conflict over authority, power and wealth. In the ancient world, conflicts like this were known as tribal warfare. Rami G. Khoury writes in Lebanon's Daily Star that Yemen's war reflects a new regional era. He claims analysts and ideologues will actively and inconclusively long debate the actual reasons and possible consequences of the Saudi-led war in Yemen until the passage of a meaningful period of time, usually a few generations or so, allows us to note in retrospect the actual consequences of state actions. He states, the important discussion now strikes me as being about what the Saudi-led coalition fighting Yemen tells us about the broad shifts and adjustments occurring in the regional power balance across the Middle East. He explains, the Saudi-Yemeni situation is important because it captures developments at national, regional and global levels at the same time, and possibly marks a historic turning point in which regional powers mature in their self-confidence and capabilities and take greater charge of political dynamics across the region. He concludes, how Yemen evolves in the coming months will determine if the Saudi foray into self-assertion across the Middle East will provoke a continued restructuring and a mutual understanding of the roles among the existing regional powers, ideally leading toward a new era of locally engineered security and stability. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. And subscribe to Mid-East in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.